does is what we call hardening the target. So we have brought in heavy trucks. You will see when you go down Bourbon, you will see yellow, what we call archers, and they're along the sidewalk. And that would be to be preventive if someone had, or if this particular terrorist went around up on the sidewalk, that's what that would do, okay? It would slow that down for anyone who thought that they could breach our targets. And so those are some of the main differences we are done in the quarter. Also, you are going to see an incredibly large presence of police. And we are, though, confident, but we want our community to feel confident and know they are confidently safe. And that's what we're going to do. So right now, I can declare to you that the Bourbon Street is open.
Chief, where did those archers come from?
Sorry?
Those yellow archers, where did they come from?
Actually, we have them. I didn't know about them, but we have them. And so we have been able now to put them out.
Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, we have more information from the New Orleans disaster, tragedy even, I would even say, because this is just, all of this is awful. It just seems like these people just want to make New Year's and Christmas and everything just a traumatizing event because everything bad happens this time because we have these people coming in. I'll probably be doing a video later on talking about some of this stuff, kind of my more of a backtrack of what, not backtrack, but more of like what my actual opinions are on some of these things, more hardcore opinions on this, on people being in this country and what should be allowed and what shouldn't be allowed, because we kind of have to set a standard or example of what's happening within our country. What we have right here, what now, is from Colin Rugg saying, New Orleans police superintendent says he had no clue that New Orleans had sidewalk barriers to defend against terror attacks, which are now being used today. What a total embarrassment. Reporters seemed shocked when Anne Kirkpatrick bizarrely admitted that she was unaware of sidewalk barriers, so that would have likely saved lives had they been assaulted on New Year's. According to video footage, the New Orleans terror attack suspect appeared to get around police barricades by going on the sidewalk. So, what you've seen here, what you see in the end of the video, guys, is that this woman here didn't know that she's chief of police, and she didn't know about sidewalk barriers. And she's like, oh, we have them now, after 15 people are dead? Are you a joke? Have this woman fired. Have this woman fired. Because, obviously this woman is not capable of being chief of police, or the superintendent, if she doesn't know about sidewalk barriers, and then she essentially allow this monstrous thing to happen. Like, I don't know, it's like, oh, we have them now. Yeah. That's like saying, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I didn't know not having poisoning in food is good, so, but it's not there now, even though the entire family and everybody else that ate the food is dead. Yeah, that matters. It's stupid. What are we doing here, exactly? How are we getting these incompetent, terrible police chiefs, these terrible people in these offices, in these positions? It's actually insane. What do you mean you didn't know there were sidewalk barriers? Are you insane? And you're the chief of police or the police superintendent. What are you? Fire this woman. She doesn't need to go to jail necessarily, but she needs to be fired because obviously she doesn't know. The person was shot, and as they should be. And of course, we have this here from Breaking 911. But I was saying the FBI says the New Orleans Muslim terror attack suspect Shamsud-Din had wanted to off his family, but was concerned media attention wouldn't be focused on the war between believers and disbelievers. And yeah, so without further ado, guys, here's the actual clip in question.
Investigators believe Jabbar picked up the rented F-150 in Houston, Texas on December 30th. He then drove from Houston to New Orleans on the evening of the 31st, and he posted several videos to an online platform proclaiming his support for ISIS. There were 5 videos posted on Jabbar's Facebook account, which are time-stamped beginning at 1:29 a.m. and the last at 3:02 a.m. In the first video, Jabbar explains he originally planned to harm his family and friends, but was concerned the news headlines would not focus on the, quote, war between the believers and the disbelievers, end quote. Additionally, he stated he had joined ISIS before this summer. He also provided a will and testament.
Yeah, so things are just getting crazy. It's like, again, the FBI is a joke, right? The FBI is not something we can trust. I mean, every single time, it's like, oh, this guy they know about these people, they are aware of these people, but they don't do anything, and they probably should before things happen. And this is the constant thing about the FBI. But this is apparently what we have here. You apparently wanted to off his family and what have you, but again, a lot of people say, I don't believe you. He was a veteran, and this didn't flag him as a threat. So yeah, it's like, what's going on here, right? Like, the FBI is a joke of an organization. I think we need to get better people into place here, because obviously you're just not good. Kash Patel, for the love of God, just get in, reform this, or just break it down and get rid of it. I want it completely abolished personally, but something has to be done here. We have this here from Post Millennial saying, Biden addresses nation after terror attack. Confirmed suspect was inspired by ISIS. Says outgoing President Joe Biden addressed the nation on Wednesday evening from Camp David, Maryland, after Shamsud-Din Jabbar drove into a crowd of revelers and opened fire on law enforcement early Wednesday morning in New Orleans, French Quarter. At least 15 people were killed and dozens of others were injured. Jabbar was also destroyed. Biden expressed condolences for those affected and said, I know I can speak for all Americans when I say our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours. He said the FBI has reported to me the killer was an American citizen born in Texas. He served in the United States Army on active duty for many years. He also served in the Army Reserve until a few years ago. The FBI also reported to me that the mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he's inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby. So, yeah. This is what we have here, guys. This is what we have. And, of course, we have people screaming Intifada in New York NYC and stuff like that. I'm going to be showing you guys that very briefly. We also have the Murtaza Hussein saying the New Orleans truck attacker, reportedly made videos discussing his plans to murder his family after his recent divorce, but then later indicated that he had dreams telling him to change his mind and join ISIS instead. What it says here is that in a series of videos, the suspect in the deadly New Year's attack in New Orleans discussed planning to off his family and having dreams that helped inspire him to join ISIS, according to multiple officials briefed on the investigation. Shamsud-Din Jabbar, the 42-year-old man who police suspected drove a pickup truck into a crowd of revelers on Bourbon Street, killing at least 15 people and injuring dozens more, made the chilling recordings while driving from his home in Texas to Louisiana. That's just what we have here. And then, of course, this is from Marina Medvin saying the Mosque of the Terrorists is urging its members to not speak to the FBI about what they know. Important announcement must read. I'm sure many of you have heard about the tragic events that took place in New Orleans this morning that are now being classified as an act of terror by the FBI. I want to emphasize the importance of everyone to stay very vigilant and aware of your surroundings. The safety of our community is the most important thing. If anyone is contacted by the media, it is very important that you do not respond if approached by the FBI, and a response is necessary. Please refer to CARE or ISGH. No idea what those organizations are. Because honestly, it is crucial that we stay united at this time as we condemn these terrible acts. Please stay safe. So, it's called Mahajid Bilateral Management. And everyone is saying, don't contact the police. The police is a bad idea. Don't contact the police. Don't talk about this. Avoid the media, etc., and what have you. Because that's what they want us to do, right? Just don't contact them. And if you have any information that could possibly save more lives, just don't contact. Don't say anything. This is what it has to do with the mosque here of the terrorists doing this here, right? And this is the reason why I am going to be doing a lot of stuff here. I'm going to be talk about my opinions on this matter because I think it needs to be addressed here. But it's quite insane. It goes on to say here, the Office of Inspector General says that the evidence at trial links CAIR leaders of Hamas to Hamas, especially the designated terrorist organization, and CAIR was named as an unindicted co-conspirator in the case. The judge agreed nothing in an opinion. The government has produced ample evidence to establish an association of CAIR, ICNA, and NATE, and with the Islamic Association for Palestine, and with Hamas. Memorandum Open Opinion Order, United States v. Holy Land Foundation for Relief. Yeah, so it's all linked to Hamas. So, yeah, if this something's linked to Hamas, as it's saying here, that's a massive problem. It is a huge issue. And of course, we are inside terrorist Shamsud-Din Jabbar's squalid home, where sheep and goats roam his yard after his financial ruin. The terrorist who killed 15 people who then plowed his truck down crowded suburban street in New Orleans was an American-born military veteran who was living in a rundown trailer park where he kept sheep and goats in the yard, just blocks from the local mosque. Yeah, so, and there you have it. I mean, we have this here. It's just all this going on here. He was apparently, obviously, you see here, he was time in the army, being trained, all that good stuff. And then we have this here. First pics of terrorist Shamsud-Din Jabbar's squalid home show workout equipment, gun case. As it's revealed, he told neighbors he was moving to New Orleans, where he was going to go and commit his terrible act. So, yeah. Fantastic. I'm going to put my last few opinions here, guys. And then when I make the further video, I'll kind of explain it furthermore. I think that we have certain people that should not be in this country. I think that these people's ideologies, their culture, what have you, does not fit Western society, does not fit our country. And I think that some of these people should be barred. Because what we're seeing here is that this is just an ongoing thing, an ongoing issue, and is a huge problem. And I think that we need to bar some people from these actual places here, because obviously it's not working. It's causing problems in our country, and it's a massive problem. It's something we have to deal with, something that has to be addressed, something we have to talk about in our country. And I know it's a very touchy subject, but it's something we have to do, because obviously tragedy keeps on happening and things need to be done. Some hard decisions have to be made, and it takes a real strong leader to do something like that. My point rests there. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Let's guys share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.